What's going on, guys? It's your boy Trillionaire Mac. Welcome back to another video. Now, in this video, we're going to go over AUD USD. Basically, I'm just going to be backtesting it a little bit with you guys, so you guys can see a little more insight as to what you can expect out of the liquidity course. Okay, because I've been getting a lot of questions about, what type of smart money concepts are going to be within the course, what type of content is it going to include. So I figured we'd just test a trade setup, okay, from last week or the week before last. We'll just choose some random area within this leg here, just to show you guys easily this takes place, and how you're going to be able to really take advantage of the market once you see the market how I do. All right, so we can see that we have this push to the downside, this leg right here. We can really just start marking it up now. I'm just going to put on the charts what I am seeing, what I am eyeing. But yeah, I hope you guys are doing good. Like I was saying before, I got a lot of questions about what is an interactive course. Basically, I will be adding to the course, I would say on a weekly basis, one trade breakdown a week. And then the rest of the content will be going on the webinar section of the mentorship portal. All right. But if you do purchase the course, it'll be interactive. All right. Very, very interactive. Updated content. And if you purchase the course, but let's say you're like, okay, I'm going to purchase the course first. If I need assistance, further assistance, then I'll tap into his mentorship program so I can sign up for unlimited sessions, and as well as get access to the trades. And once I'm done with the course, then I'll shift my focus back to the Telegram channel and things like that. Really, we trade like once a day. If I see a setup, then it's sent. If there is no setup, then nothing is sent. But like I said, I only, I focus on confirmation entries. And if I do get a risk entry with my trades, then of course I send it to my client, so you'll gain access to that as well. But super excited about the course. I've just been getting a lot of questions about, hey, what's in it? What can I expect? Super excited, things like that. Let's just backtest like this push to the downside here, because I want to see what the price react to down here in order to not pull back up here within this area. So if let's hit the replay. Okay, let's back up here. All right, and really let's just start to break it down. So if we go to the M15 time frame, okay, so let me explain what I'm seeing on the H4. All right, so on the H4 time frame, we can see that price is overall within a downtrend pullback, right? So we aren't, based on the overall swing of everything, like if we go to the daily, we are still technically in a downtrend, creating lower lows and lower highs. Prices pulled back to the upside here, collected liquidity above this area here, okay, and pushed into this order block specifically here, as you guys can see. This is more refined. Right? And then what does it do when it pushes into our H4 order block? It starts to push to the downside. Now, why is this our H4 order block? If you guys watched the last video, right, we have a last buy before the sell of the apex move. We have a break of structure here, right? And price also created some type of inducement here. Perfect. Also, do we create imbalance? Absolutely. We have a little bit of imbalance here. This wick does not come back, so we have some imbalance here as well. This is an absolute perfect buy before the sell bearish order block. All right. Also, well, no, I'm going to save that for the course. So this is an example of an order block here. Right? Now, if you guys want to see how I look at liquidity, how I look at supply and demand, and how I look at market structure, those three confluences right there, really what I focus on within the course, right? For those of you that are wondering, the course is going to be dropped within the next 7 to 10 business days. I've gotten a lot of questions about that as well. I think I said it in the previous video, but just in case I didn't, there you go. Order block was filled here. Price is now pushing to the downside. One thing I do like about order blocks, if you're trading order blocks correctly, all right, you should be focused on the last unmitigated order block. So we see price mitigate something. This is a very interesting level as well. But let's go on the M15 now. So on the M15, we can see we have a here change of momentum within the market. So we know we have liquidity resting above this area here. Break of structure here, continuing the push of the bearish momentum. Shift of momentum here, bullish, creating a certain type of structure. So now we can start to play price out. We're playing within this range overall. From here to here. Okay. So we have liquidity that was built here. Liquidity that was built here. Price just swept this liquidity. We have a minor break of structure here. Okay. We've just breaking structure to the downside, letting us know that we are creating minor structure back to the downside. Let's move this out of the way. Okay. So now let's talk about like what's in this leg here for us to pay attention to. Okay, this was important here. And I'm not going to really go into too much detail. I'm just showing you guys what's within the course, basically showing you how you're going to be trading. So these are all flips, basically. I just recently changed up my templates, and it's been muscle memory for so long on where all of my templates are and the names of them, and so now it's a little like I actually have to think it through and say, okay, so this is supposed to be you know, so yeah. Okay, so let's see. How far does price go? And we know on a higher time frame we have some type of demand here. So we're trying to really trade into the demand based on the higher time frame. Now, it doesn't have to happen, but that is the thought process behind everything. We are in basically equilibrium of price. You could look for reactions off of this. You guys are going to know exactly where you should be looking for price to react, which is more important than anything. Because if you look for confluences in the middle of nowhere, you know, like, it's not really going to help you all too much. So you could have traded this on September 14th. Yeah, you could have absolutely traded that. I mean, the concepts are really, really easy, right? They're not difficult at all. So if we talk about this breakdown here, right? So we are still in a good area for sells to take place, okay? So you hop on the charts. Let's say you trade London session, okay, for my students in London or in that time zone, right? You have a break to the upside here. Oh, yeah, this is perfect. This is beautiful. Okay, so you have a break of structure to the upside here. Collect liquidity above these areas here. Let's do it like this. Here we go. I don't want this to be a long video, too long. So I'm going to do a part 1 and part 2. So I'll catch you guys in part 2 for the full breakdown of this area.